Now, the remake of the 1980s classic The Color Purple was directed by the Ghanaian filmmaker Blitz Bazawule. He's also known for his work on Beyoncé's Black is King. Now, he's currently working on a Warner Bros. Production called Black Samurai. We caught up with the dramatist at the opening of the Africa Film Library in Accra. The director reflected on the high and low points of his movie career so far and how his Ghanaian roots continue to fuel his creative vision. Take a look.
I think for me, the most rewarding moment I've had on set is when I was working on The Color Purple. And the legendary Alice Walker came on set. She's who wrote the book, of course. And I remember showing her a clip we had shot. And she just broke down weeping. First of all, it's you never know if she's weeping for joy or maybe I've ruined her work, you know? But it ended up that she was very impressed at how delicately we were handling the characters. And it made her emotional. And I will say that was incredibly rewarding.
Can you share a low point in your directing career?
COVID was a tough one. I just finished a really poignant project with Beyoncé, Black is King, and it hadn't come out yet. And there was this feeling that it will never come out because the world had hit that really weird place. Nobody was going out, we didn't know what the future held. And I got very, it was a depressing time. And I'm glad that it kind of phased out and the film was able to come out, but during it, it was very low.
So what's the new project that you are currently working on? The
project I'm currently working on is called Black Samurai. And it is a story of Yasuke, who is the first documented African who enters the court of one of the warlords in Japan, in feudal Japan. And this happened in the 1500s. And it's a story of resilience, it's a story of survival. It's really a superhero story. And so that's the project I'm working on now. It's with Warner Brothers.
How does your Ghanaian heritage shape your storytelling and artistic vision?
My heritage as a Ghanaian is probably the most central part of my storytelling. First of all, you don't become a storyteller out the blue. You hear stories, that's how you become a storyteller. My grandmother's stories, my mother's stories are what I've been able to adapt, whether it's in style or in substance, to become this filmmaker. So I'll never be a filmmaker, like a filmmaker from Hollywood, right? They see the world in a very specific way because that's their enculturation. So it's very important for me that filmmakers show up as themselves. Is a very key part of the narrative.
What does the opening of the Africa Film Society Library mean to you?
Oh man, it means everything. When I was an up-and-coming filmmaker, I dreamed of having a space I could go to that was focused on not just African cinema, but the cinema of the larger African diaspora. But there was no place like this that I could go to, or I didn't know of a place like this. So my dream as a filmmaker was always to have a space that would achieve this goal.
What's one piece of advice you wish you had received when starting out?
The one piece of advice I wish I knew when I started out is the saying, start where you are, use what you have, do the absolute best you can, rinse and repeat. The reason for this is for a very long time in my career, I was waiting for something special. A special idea, a special funding, a special something. I never was in the space of just going, I'm just going to do, because where I am right now is what I have, and I have to do the best with it. So I really encourage all artists of all kinds, certainly filmmakers, start where you are, use what you have, do the best you can, start over. That's it.